Today on the channel, we give it the 5 count with Pinnacle Series 1 Zombie Sailor Toys, King Kong Bundy.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for Pinnacle Series 1 King Kong Bundy as we continue to work our way through our Pinnacle Series 1 figures. But of course, for all your Pinnacle figures, all your Heels and Faces figures, and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Gotta get a deal out there. You guys know how it goes by now. As we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel, we're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And King Kong Bundy, no stranger to figures. Most recently, part of the Coliseum collection, a Ringside Collectibles exclusive. We've had the Heels and Faces King Kong Bundy as well. We've had him in Jakks Classic Superstars. We've had him from FTC. We've had him in a lot of different ways over the years. And the latest, and some may say greatest, we're going to find out here today with King Kong Bundy Pinnacle Series 1. And you know we'll do some comparisons later in this video. But let's check out the packaging. Very McFarlane, a.k.a. NECA. I guess not a.k.a. Also known as, no, not really. But two separate companies, but both companies did packaging like this. And I've talked about it in some of the other reviews. Sometimes those get brittle as time goes on. Some of those yellow. So we'll have to keep an eye on these for you men on card collectors with these ones. Very Mythic Legion style. That's what it reminds me of a lot too. Very slim, kind of skinnier. I just wish it was removable like Mythic Legions. Is what it is. We're not going to have any figure swaps with these in any stores, at least brick and mortar stores like Jay's Toys and Games, but it does look good. It does present very well. Would look good as a men on card collection, but you know we unbox them around here, and that's what we're going to do. We get Bundy in there looking good. King Kong Bundy. He's number 3 in Series 1 for those keeping track at home. J Hook at the top. King Kong Bundy, extra hands, got 2 extra heads as well. Came to fight. He came for the 5 count. Nothing on the sides. On the back, we get the very generic, I don't know about generic's the right word, but standard. Every figure has the same backing card here. Nice hard packing card as well. Got the cross sell, always be promoting. We know how that goes. And unboxing all these on the channel. We're going to rank the entire way from my least favorite to my favorite as well later on. But I'm going to take this offline as these are not easy to get out of the package. And we'll be back talking all things King Kong Bundy Pinnacle Series 1. All right, let's get down to King Kong Bundy business, but first, got to show this once again. It does say heat up the joints on these figures. You never know what might happen, so buyer beware on that. One-man gang, Shane Douglas, Bad News Brown, Allen, and Dino Bravo, part of Series 2. New Jack coming separately, so a little flyer there. Always be promoting. We see what he did there. And now we're getting old King Kong Bundy, extra hands, got the extra heads, got the body. Looking like the walking condominium, as they say. Todd McFarlane from the couch. We're going to get old Bundy out. We're going to see what's going on, see what's shaking with King Kong Bundy. Earthquake shaking. See you later. Goodbye. All right, King Kong Bundy, let's get into it. We got the 5 hands here, the splayed out hands, the pie face hands, whatever you want to do. Big, big hands here. These are massive, massive hands. Looking good, though. Of course, you do that 5. He's going to do the 5 count. We know what he's up to. But diving into King Kong Bundy now, we're ready to go. An interesting take on Bundy is what we have. Ooh, that head is tight. Once again, we got to heat him up. That ain't coming out. Oh, there it is. I pulled. Everything went good. Whew, little scary there. You never know if you're going to pull the socket out with it or how that's going to go. But the head is removable. Now, can I get it back in without heat? We might have a headless action figure unboxing. We might have to a little bit. I pulled too hard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it goes. But yeah, you got to heat these guys up, unfortunately. I am not a big fan of the heating game. But that being said, we expect it with a lot of our figures, be it Super 7, be it NECA, Mondo especially, and now Zombie Sailor. That'll have to do, hopefully. Hopefully it'll stay on, but very, very tight, very hard to get back on there, so heat it up. But diving into Bundy here, he looks interesting. Looks a lot like One Man Gang in the mouth department there. And we got One Man Gang coming in Series 2, but he's got kind of that side mouth like he's screaming and yelling. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. A bald head, but he does got eyebrows. So we've seen King Kong Bundy Shaved head, shave eyebrows, shaved head with eyebrows. We've seen him with eyebrows and hair. So he's had some different looks over the years. But for most people, this is probably what they think of. Maybe sans eyebrows. I think of him without eyebrows personally. But it looks like King Kong Bundy to me in the head sculpt. Now getting into the body, very big body. Obviously a very big guy. He looks almost like an egg. The Eggman. I think that's what the Beatles were singing about back in Magical Mystery Tour days once upon a time. I don't know. He could be the walrus too. I'm not sure. But he is very, very big. Looking interesting. Big black singlet over top. Not soft goods singlet and not painted on singlet. It's an actual like plastic piece singlet, which have we had that before with Bundy? I don't think we have. So this is definitely different. I don't know if I like it so much though. I can understand not doing the cloth goods because, you know, they sometimes ride and move around. Painting does look a little less than. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I guess I'm somewhere in the middle on this one here. But he does got the straps here all in black. Looking good. You got the gripping hands here. You got the white wrist tape, black knee pads, black boots with the white laces for King Kong Bundy. Arms all the way around. Pretty good tightness on that one. Single jointed elbows side to side, moving very freely. Hands back and forth side to side. Head back and forth side to side, removable. You do get the waist articulation plus the dumbbell or the hula hoop up here. Not a terrible amount of movement there, but once again, it's not Rey Mysterio. This is King Kong Bundy here. Leg goes up barely at all. You're pretty limited here. There's not a lot of movement here. So he is limited in the leg department, not getting really much of anything out of the movement of the legs. Double jointed pinless knees or pin knees on this one. So we got the pins in there. We do got a boot cut. You do get ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. I do like the bigger feet on the zombie figures. It gives them a little bit of a better base. We know how hard it is to stand figures sometimes, but he will stand on his own if you need to. He'll also fit on a Mattel ringside stand. Yep, just got to work his whole game a little bit, but he will stay on the stand if you need him to. Not bad, but I would say maybe my least favorite of the line. We're going to rank them all. We're going to see what happens here. Part of it is we've had King Kong Bundy just recently, so it takes a little bit of the specialness away from this one. But the proportions are a little bit off on this one. Maybe too big. Is that possible at the top half for me? And then the color tones. Once again, the arm, the chest, and the head, much like Abdullah the Butcher, we got 3 different color skin tones going here. So it kind of, you don't see it unless you look at it. And then once you look at it, you can't unsee it, at least in my opinion. So we do have that going on. So your mileage may vary, as we like to say here on the channel. But I also got to talk about the other 2 heads. We usually get into that. I guess we're saving them for last here. And I definitely like this head here. And this is the one I'm probably going to lean to do. He's got the teeth going. He's gritting and bearing it. He's angry. He's mad. He's King Kong Bundy. I think this is probably the one for me. And then you get a very stoic, regular head here. This is him at a convention or something. Would have loved to seen this one without eyebrows. Just make one of these heads without eyebrows, depending how you like your King Kong Bundy. But it would have been nice to have those options. Not the case here. Not the end of the world either. But I gotta say, all 3 head sculpts look like King Kong Bundy. There's no mistaking it for anybody else. You give me these, I would know it's King Kong Bundy. Man, look at the rolls on that neck. It's wild. It is wild. And I can see somebody grabbing these heads and getting some of those NECA stands to display heads. You have this displayed, put those other heads by it. These are really nice figures. There's no doubt about it. Just a few little tweaks here and there, and we might be playing the perfect game. The perfect game. Nothing's perfect, but you know what I mean. But Bundy's not terrible. Not terrible, just a little top heavy, and then some of the skin tone issues. Comparing him to one Abdullah the Butcher, you can kind of see that going on here. Very similar style figures, I guess, in some ways. Big guys, as we know. But they do got different torsos going there, so I always appreciate the differences. So it looks good with old Abdullah the Butcher. The madman from the Sudan, as we call him. How about a little Power Town? Since I have Bruiser Brody here, you can see how that looks here. 2 guys that wrestled for world class once upon a time. I don't know, your mileage may vary on how you view the sizing between Power Town and these. I guess I'll put these guys off to the side. How about a little King Kong Bundy comparison? We got the Jakks King Kong Bundy, and size-wise, these figures remind me a lot more of Jakks than they do Mattel Elites. That's me personally here, but you can see his version against his Jakks version. And then we do have, of course, the Ultimate Coliseum Collection version we just recently had here. So you can see a lot smaller than this, as we can see between the size differences of those. I do have Yokozuna here as well. He's kind of the biggest guy we ever got from WWE back in the day, as we know. And you can see how King Kong Bundy dwarfs Yokozuna. So Not quite Mattel scaled with these. I think most know that by now. If you don't, I'm telling you. And then we do have Bobby the Brain Heenan, the manager of King Kong Bundy, so you can see how that works. That always works. Bobby a little bit smaller than King Kong Bundy, obviously. This could work on your shelf if you want to display your Heenan with him. And then last but not least, we got the Heels and Faces version. Once upon a time, we got little King Kong Bundy. You know, when they have the little people wrestlers, you know, you get those. You get little person King Kong Bundy. You could just kind of play along with that if you wanted to. But an interesting one is King Kong Bundy. He's always interesting. He's an interesting individual, no doubt about it. But how do you feel about this figure? You here for it? This is a pass for you. Have to imagine most people buying these are passing on the King Kong Bundy, passing on the Brian Pillman, because we did get Mattel versions. Obviously, easier to get, cheaper. I understand it, but I'd be interested to hear if you're picking this one up. Are you all in on the Pinnacle figures, at least as of right now? Let me know in the comments down below. And that is it. That's King Kong Bundy, Pinnacle Series 1. Once again, don't forget Patreon. Don't forget YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support the channel. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available where podcasts are found, video cast on YouTube. So for King Kong Bundy, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?